Everything okay? Please, you must help me. Please! Olaf, the one from the prison ship. He attacked me. There was nothing I could do but pray to sweet Lyria to protect me. He was so strong, so intent. I've come to trust Olaf, at least enough to go with him to fish down by the flooded cavern. But this time he seemed different, intense. He spoke to me as if I were not married, as if he and I shared an intimate bond that I can assure you does not exist. Then he became physical, rough, and he would not be refused. Fortunately, Cadwallon was not far away. I do not know what I would have done. I don't care about that brute. All I care about is Cadwallon. I've never seen him rave so. He went in pursuit of Olaf with revenge in his eyes. Foolish, foolish man. He is a bard, not a warrior. Olaf will crack him like a shell. He grabbed his fishing knives and headed north, toward the Siren's Den. There was no stopping him. Be careful out there.
Justice will be done.
It's gorgeous here. I never thought I'd be so happy to stop moving, to take a break from the rush of wind and waves. See you later.
villagers look to the Scion for wisdom.
I am the Scion, divine link to Akara the Exile, Akara the Ageless. Praise Akara.
Akara's blessings surround us.
Hello again.
all the ways to waste a second chance. Wherever he is, I hope he's suffering. The Diverger built quite a fortress for themselves. It's a shame they couldn't overcome their fear. I've only seen the pirate once. The black ship Requiem was sailing out toward the sunrise. We are truly blessed that he cannot come near the village. Gallows End is like every other challenge I faced in my life. Every day is a struggle to survive. My mother died when I was young, and my father was a thief. I was half-starved when Lord Pennion caught me snatching gold from his pocket. Instead of tossing me into Rathir prison, he gave me a chance to work off my punishment. I became a servant in his great house. And that's where I first met Nesta. We had not spoken a word to each other before the crash. Now, we are husband and wife. Lyria, keep you safe.
Doing okay?
I saw you coming. The cards spoke to me like they have not in ages. You are the one I was marooned here to find. My path has been made for me. You see, there are few in this world who can truly plot its course. Many try, but all of them fail. Great figures always rise up. Sometimes the gods create them, and sometimes they create the gods. But true heroes are born. Or in your case, reborn. You are the scion now, and you carry with you the blessing of Akara. There is no one on this earth more worthy of being called a god than you. And so I will go, to prepare the way. For when you come, the world changes, and the people must be ready. Before you came, I was waiting to die. I'd given up, you see. But I've seen what you can do. If you can change the world, perhaps I can as well. Not in the same way, of course, but well, enough to make a difference. Return if you need my...
Welcome to the Gravehall Keep Library. It's everything I hoped it would be and more. I've only barely arrived and I feel myself again. I've been doing some thinking, and I have an idea to build our collection and use my extensive linguistic skill. During my short time here, I found a few books written in ancient languages. I suspect there are more like them on the island, waiting to be found. Should you find any more such books, please bring them to me, and I will gladly translate them for you. I can speak half a dozen languages, and I can read twice that. If there's a book I can't translate, I haven't seen it yet. My first days on the island were stressful, so I spent my time exploring as far from the camp as I safely could. On one of these walks, I found an astonishingly old book in a language I didn't know. Translating this book helped me to engage my mind, and I think kept me sane. I soon found another such book, and another. I was still miserable, but I was busy and thinking. I love translating books. Just bring them to me when you find them. It shouldn't take me more than a day to translate anything. I will need a day to translate this. Check back tomorrow. See you.
A curse-black sun rose high over hearth and hall. With dull blades drawn, they rose from cups, awake with horror, as silence gripped the tongues. Grief and torment in grave hall, for Anrun had met the tomb. A long night's silence. By mandate of the High Spear, all warriors heeded the call. To hunt the beast-drog to blood pall and fasting. With steel-taloned reach and venomous tongue they marched in her name. Anrun, Shadow Queen of Solsvard.
fifth, Akara. I hear him, dear Netta. I hear him in every waking hour, a voice like the rumble of thunder, and one I shall never forget. I must confess, my expedition is over. Dead Kell and his hanged men have tracked me to this chamber. They call for blood. Apparently, they prize their preciously cultivated mystery. It is another weapon they can wield against the outside world. And what am I but light of truth? A bright spear with which to slay their darkness? But the voice, it reaches out to me. It promises to shelter me from the coming storm. He calls himself Akara, but I do not know what this means. What have I done by coming here? I only wish to learn the unknowable, discover the forgotten. But you warned me, and you were right, dear Netta. You were right.
This tower is a challenge, but I've never had so much fun. I'm impressed. Not everyone can find such value in simple salvage, but you've managed to get everything we need. I never doubted you. Goodbye.
To see you. I salvaged what I could from the ship. I'm ready to go out again whenever you want. These are the recent wrecks I've seen. If any of them seem worthwhile, let me know. The only thing more revered than a priest is a warrior priest. Wonder if they'll have some good armor on board. I'm off to visit the wreck. See you tomorrow. Be wary.
Well, if it's not my... Actually, you're pretty much my only customer. Take care, my liege. Well, if it's not my... Actually, you're pretty... me only customer. Take care, my liege.
Oh, hi. Translating ancient texts is a breeze for me. Silly men always think they're so smart. The moral? Be careful what you bargain for. Let me know when you have another one for me to look at. This will give me something to do tonight. I should be finished translating it tomorrow. Take care.
How could he do this?
You've come at last. I've been praying for your return. Cape Solace is under attack. Ships have landed. Prisoners have been taken. We have no one left to protect us.
You are the Scion now. My wife Bridget gave her life to stop Dead Kell's plot. It was a sacrifice to keep the rest of our village safe. That is how I will remember her. Strong. I once knew Atari. He was just a boy, and that was many years ago now. I wonder whatever became of him. They are called the Watchers. You will know them by their robes and masks. They are the silent guardians of Akara. The Scion is their voice. Both the outgoing Scion and the one who has been newly chosen are protected by these ancient warriors. When I reflect on all the blessings I received on this island, she was the greatest of them all. I did not need Akara to have a daughter. My daughter Nina and a few others. She must have been poking her nose where it didn't belong, creeping through the crevices of the northern cliffs. How many times have I told her not to venture too far from the village? That girl, when will she open her eyes? I want the power beneath this island. Akara's magic, which many over the centuries have coveted and sought to possess. Understand, Gallows End has long been a prize for the corrupt and the curious. The Arathi, the Alfar, the Tverga, and even Dead Kell. Invaders come brandishing their weapons, but always they are swept back out to sea. They are not welcome here. I want to believe you, but without our guardian Akara watching over us, we are nothing but victims. Now we face these new invaders, and the world, alone. They are led by a Loselfar nobleman named Calder Von, a scholar and mage who has studied this island intensely, and who wishes to have it for himself. He brings with him the righteous flames of the Niskaru, demons he has harnessed for this purpose, and this purpose alone. I certainly believe that you will try. But I have learned my lesson. Never again will I place our lives in the hands of another. Don't you understand? We are all alone,
Each and every one of us. The prisoners are being kept in a cavern in the northern cliffs. Do your best. That is all any of us can do. Away now.
Yes, it's me. I killed the scion and dumped her body into the sea. That is the truth of it. And it did not bring me peace. I was wrong. Only now do I see it, now that the deed is done. You were right. I'm not a killer. And if I ever had a second chance, I've long since squandered it. I don't even deserve a last request. I told you about my mother, how she died in the icy waters of the Frostbreak Sea, a victim of this village's treachery. For my last wish, I want to hold her ring again. We carried nothing when they banished us, not even a skin of water, a blanket to shield us from the sun. I want my dead mother's ring. I wish to be wearing it when they make me walk the gallows. I've killed the old scion, and I must face punishment. They will force me to walk the gallows and plunge into the roaring waters below. I am not afraid. The rocks will kill me long before I have a chance to drown. Thank Mitharu. You do not know what this means to me. You'll find the ring beneath a large stone in the tidal pools, where my mother spent her days praying for escape. Anything else you find is yours to keep. Now hurry, before the villagers choose to shorten my sentence. Check the tidal pools.
to see a friendly face. I've been stuck behind enemy lines in Cluracan for the last few years, only to crash on this island when I finally escape. Please tell me you know of somewhere I can stay. Thank you very much. It will be nice to have a home-cooked meal for once. I'm a soldier. I've been fighting the Tuatha for the last 10 years. For what, I don't know. My family is long dead. Good day. Salutations.
Go north.
Hi there.
You had me worried. Honestly, why do you act like that? Throwing yourself headlong into dangerous situations. No more. Do you hear me? If you and I are going to woo, and woo with vigour, you're going to be more considerate of my needs. And there are many. Like sex. I mean sex. To show that you're my consort, you should take this. It's a sword. It was my mother's. She was a terrible person. Don't go far.
Can't believe.
Always wonderful to see you, beloved. Are we embarking today? Please say yes. That I can do. Shall we walk along the cliffs? Share a stew of eels and oysters? Ew, I take back the last one. If that's what you want to do, then I'll do it.
Hello, my friend.
Good to see you. Not a bad haul, but not a great one either. There's more wrecks to search when you're ready to send me. I should be able to reach any wreck in no time with these. I'm fond of Patty. Many of us are. But it's hard to know how much of him is hot air. Didn't spend much time there, but mostly because I like scouting. Where once there was just Alfar, now sprouts two races, the Loselfar and the Dokelfar. There was no big rift, just some who wanted to live one way and others another. We are still more alike than not, but that will change as we continue to drift further apart. I've been searching the island for the last few days, and these are the shipwrecks I've found. Do you see one you'd like me to salvage? They might have some robes or staffs in their hold. I'll go find out. I shall be back tomorrow. Be wary.
Hi there. You must be the one Zephlin was telling me about. Good tidings to you. Don't worry, I won't be a burden. I'm a skilled alchemist. For a small fee, I'll gladly pass that knowledge along. Don't travel without a potion.
Oh, hi. I see. It didn't take me that long to translate this text. I never realized that Prince Kaleva was so brash, though. Well, enjoy. Let me know if you find anything else. I will need a day to translate this. Check back tomorrow. See you.
Shy. Greetings, Dove. It's nice to finally meet the master of the keep. Patty's been so kind to take me in after my ship wrecked. Don't worry, though. I'm putting myself to use. I sell things and buy them, too. No questions asked. Thanks for stopping by. What do you think, my liege? Nothing has ever reached so high to the heavens. I've sent for Myfo Ronwyn, my friend in Cape Solace. She is willing to serve the keep as your envoy to foreign lands. If you require her services, she can be found in the embassy. My liege, now that your throne room is prepared, you have an opportunity to truly help your people. We will let it be known that whenever you sit upon your throne, you will hear petitions from anyone who comes before you. You may render judgment or offer help as you see fit, and your people will show their gratitude. Bye.
My liege. No one here has been kinder to me than Paddy. I admire his stubborn refusal to accept any setback. Honestly, I count him as my best friend. Perhaps, in my service to Gravehall, I can atone for my failings and bring the peace that eluded me. My gifts failed me, however, when the first sparks of the Crystal War ignited. Perhaps nothing could have stopped it, but I still feel culpable. When great powers speak to each other, it has often been with my own voice. I have a way of getting people to ask for what they really want and accept what I am offering. Renlock is a low-sulfur town in the bitter cold of Icebrine Coast. Fort Olghorn is a Varani trading post in Dregshaw. Ember Deep is a Diverga city on the Obsidian Isle. Being the diplomatic sort, I'll just say I am much happier here. I'm humbled to serve Gravehall Keep as its envoy to the world. Thank you for honoring me so. Without further ado, let's begin. By your command, I can embark on diplomatic missions to our closest neighbors across the sea. Shall we begin? Once you've given me my mission, I will depart immediately to deliver whatever message or gesture you see fit. I will be away for as long as it takes to complete my mission. Upon my return, I shall await you here to report the result. Our three closest neighbors are the Diverga of the Obsidian Isles to the northwest, the Varani of Dregshaw to the southeast, and the Losulfar of the Icebrine Coast to the southwest. You may dispatch me to their capital cities, Ember Deep, Fort Olghorn, or Renlock. With friendly neighbors, I can offer tribute, propose trade, collect gifts, or forge an alliance. With hostile powers, I can declare war, stage raids of goods, or collect spoils of war. I am skilled at espionage as well. You may entrust me to perform all manner of clandestine tasks. With whom should we engage in diplomacy? The Diverga are straightforward and honest. They will make a deal if it's to their advantage. Those in Emberdeep are concerned with three things: sea, trade, and brew. What kind of diplomatic mission would you like me to conduct with them? How big a trade would you like me to make? Excellent. This should improve relations between us. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm on my way out now. I shall see you soon with, I pray, good news. Nice seeing you.
Oh, may Lyria bless you, my liege, for saving us from that crude village. I was beginning to despair after being greeted by that heretic who rules it. When Patrick found me and told me of your keep, I moved here immediately. Lyria, watch over you.
Hello? You must be the master of the keep. Your scout, Zephwin. He found me on the coast. Hopefully I can be of some use here.
I do offer training.
It's quite a beautiful day. Nothing is more exciting to an artist as a massive room of blank, flat walls. Ah, how I shall fill them! My muse summoned me at a very young age to keep my hands supple for painting. I asked Alder to find me some non-physical labour to do. He started talking about pitching in and helping, and I may have stopped listening. Paddy found a bunch of old paintings during his last construction. They're all fairly damaged, but I believe I can restore them using some magical paints. However, I will need you to go kill some monsters for me. You see, my magical paint soaks up the essence of beasts when they die. Not only will that make it possible for me to restore the paintings, but the paintings will take on magical properties. A little something given to me by a gnome scholar. They capture the essence of beasts when they're killed nearby. The gnomes said they were still experimental, but they seem to work fine. Okay, this first painting appears to be some kind of cave. It should be interesting to see how it turns out. For this one, you'll need to kill some mergen and scavs. Bring the vials of paint back to me once they've changed colour. Bye.
I have been looking for a friend of mine who was also aboard our ship when we wrecked. I believe she could have survived the crash, but I can't find her. Her name is Sister Siana. Will you find her for me? All I know is the front of the ship broke off as we approached the island and drifted west. Oh, think Lyria. I saw the front end of the ship floating to the western part of the island. I pray Sister Siana has found her way safely ashore.
Nothing like teaching a beast how to be civilized. I don't feel comfortable bringing in... If you want more, you'll have to release one of your current pets. Keep in mind, I can only maintain 3 pets at a time. G'day. Yes, my liege. Training a pet for you. Would you like me to train one for you? You fancy a large? Keep in mind, I can only maintain... The bigger the better, right? Which kind would you like? Well, this one should be fun to get. We'll see what happens. Training will take me at least a day. G'day.
Please, where can I find food and shelter? A whole Dverga keep, you say? That should do quite nicely, thank you. I wasn't always so gifted in magic. I started to manifest abilities about the same time as I started to notice boys. So my parents sent me off to the Scholia Arcana. Never decided if they were trying to protect me more from magic or from boys. Thank goodness you got us transportation. I think I may try to steal some time with it to visit some nearby islands. Deirdre is quite useful to have around. She's even helped me translate an ancient book on spellbinding. Back to my gems.
Your pet is all ready and wandering. Now that you have the pet, they have that effect on. If you feed your pet more, the boost will get even bigger. G'day.
Journals are almost always fun to translate. Sounds like Prince Clever didn't end up in such a bad place. Let me know if you find anything else. This will give me something to do tonight. I should be finished translating it tomorrow. Take care.
Greeting. This island is quite fascinating. All the magic swept to my gems.
Lyria's blessings on you, my liege. I was afraid of the worst, and rightly so, it turns out. Thank you for bringing me this letter. It's comforting to have her final words. Oh, don't fall for this occult. Business.
When my ship wrecked on the island, the first thing I did was hide all my goods. Unfortunately, the place I chose is on the other side of the island. If you would go get them for me, I have a special shield in my inventory that's all yours. Not sure, but it looks old. Probably even predates the Diverger on this island. Thank you so much. I marked the spot on your map. It'll be quite a trek,